We're in Oklahoma City Hall with Mayor Mick Cornett talking for our special Sunday package about previewing 2013 in Oklahoma City. And Mayor, they're all big years, but we've got a lot of important discussions and decisions on the horizon in 2013, it seems like.
Yeah, we do, and a lot of them have to do with Maps 3, and specifically some of the decisions have to do with, right downtown. If you look at that one access point where the boulevard is going to meet the park, it's going to meet the convention center, it's going to meet the modern streetcar, we're getting all the consultants and the committees together to kind of make sure everybody knows what everybody else is doing. You could really mess that up if you're not careful. And of course, one of our goals is to try and make that as efficient as possible, but take advantage of the wonderful opportunity we have with Maps 3.
And as all these MAPS programs get underway, every one of them but the convention center will be under some phase of construction in 2013. And there's been lots of discussions, there always are, with the MAPS programs, but voter confidence and communicating with the voters obviously going to be important as all these things get under construction. Do you feel like this is going to be a big year to show Oklahoma City that MAPS 3 is turning out the way they want it to?
When we started the Maps 3 process, our goal was to make it the most inclusive format we could, because we knew that the bar continues to be raised on public input and expectations. And so you'll recall we put together a website where people could kind of do a call for entries for Maps 3 ideas. And then we set up, on the other side of the vote, we set up this subcommittee and then advisory board and then city council setup where there's a lot of checks and balances along the way. And so we had the 8 subcommittees that are making a lot of decisions, hiring consultants and making decisions on where stuff should be. And then an advisory board that kind of looks for the city's best interest. And then they pass all of those decision-making process over to the city council, the elected officials, who in turn make it official and start moving the process forward. So it's the most inclusive format we could imagine. And there's a bump along the road occasionally, but by and large, I'm very pleased with the citizens' input and their willingness to get involved.
And then also on another track, obviously this is the second year in a row that we had drought last summer. Don't know what this summer holds, but the water rights case could possibly have some resolution. Who knows? It's a long process, but how important are these kinds of issues? We've got a lot of development, but there's still a lot of different challenges in a lot of areas that Oklahoma City's facing.
Well, we have plenty of water, and the rights issues that we're currently in legal battles with really have to do with the second half of this century. What we're really trying to do is make sure that central Oklahoma continues to have the water supply it's going to require based on the current growth patterns that we're seeing. And I feel confident at the end of the day we're going to get what Oklahoma City will need to grow. And at the same time, we're taking a small fraction of the available water in the state of Oklahoma. And so the state really has a lot of great opportunities to see what it wants to do with the surplus water. But the amount that Oklahoma City needs is really a small fraction when you look at the greater scheme of things.
And early in 2012, we talked about some of the things you saw in your crystal ball for another story this year in economic development. A lot of things you talked about came to fruition, but you were pretty close, not quite on, but close in predicting that the Thunder were going to take a title. So is that a challenge that Oklahoma City's going to overcome this year?
Yeah, as I recall, I predicted last year that we would beat Miami in the NBA Finals, and I had the teams correct. I just had the winning team wrong. We were robbed, and no, I'm just kidding. But this year, I think we're going to get there. I mean, I think our team continues to get better, and the Western Conference is going to be a battleground all the way through. But if we can be Western Conference champions, I like to think that the experience that our team gained last year by getting to the finals will be enough for them to overcome whoever the Eastern Conference provides.
Well, thanks, Mayor, for previewing 2013 a little bit for us in Oklahoma City, and it's a big year for the city and its residents.